Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I am not. I wasn't feeling so hot, but I feel like I had to make a little video today to wish you a happy Sunday, a weekend of resurrection. It is very, very powerful time, but we're between eclipses right now. We have to understand that the Earth is like a great school of evolution. It's university level. It's not like, well, there are souls that are kindergarten here, and like brutal and caring and all that. But for us, the light working community, it is university level, because our soul is an eternal being that lives since the beginning of time, and which is a very long time, a lot longer than what we believe. We're a lot older than what we believe, and we had thousands, millions of life on ascended world and paradise planets, and we enjoy that, the physicality, the spiritual realm, or we explore the whole universe. But at some point, the soul say, well, we need to grow, and the earth was calling for us to come to liberate this planet. This was a prison planet. We were all like criminal souls there, and so we chose to incarnate here for our own spiritual growth, as well as to assist the Mother Earth. And so for everything is consciousness. Stars and planets are just as consciousness as we are, just on a higher level. Their physical body is much more complex, but and our energy systems are complex as well. But so when we engage into this program of the earth, we sign up for 1,000 lifetimes, more or less. So it's like the samsara. We know when we come in, but we never know when we're going to exit. But this lifetime is really to create that, to create this point of return to the source. And so it's like it can be our last lifetime, but a lot of people some souls will not wake up. It's not really the young, the young souls. They're here to experience a lot more, so they're gonna continue their experience on other planets. But for us, we're really seeking this point of freedom. And so it's always a dance of energies, but it depends on who you're dancing with. It depends on the energy you're dancing with. This changes and evolve and grow. So we're learning to, for the creator God, the creator, the source of all that is far more magnificent than anything we can ever dream of. In truth, from what I know, I'm just sharing what I know. After that, take whatever resonates with you. But and he loves us infinitely, each and every one of us, each and so the big challenge is to love ourselves as much as God loves us, which is not quite possible. We'll achieve that when we're on paradise, when we have ascended all the way back to the source. Then we'll start we'll feel that, we'll know that for sure. And it's like, because we'll be sent to eternal service, but God does not send spirit beings on eternal service until they achieve the complete fulfillment in the worship, in feeling the love of God eternally. So it's like this door to a higher sacred heart is like, for now it's been closed. Sometimes there is like a little wind that blows something through, but eventually this door will be wide open. Eventually there will be no more doors. The love of God will flow into all aspects of our life in a continuous experience of creation. And for within us, there is only two parts. There's the ego, the devil, the false self, the illusions, and the God self. For the ego self is connected to all the things of the world and all the lower astral entity, and the God self is connected to all the divine and all that is beautiful and true. But our God self is very patient. He doesn't. It's an eternal being of eternal wisdom, and the only thing he cares about is not the circumstances of our life. It is the building up of our character, so we can assume more responsibility as creator. And our soul is always involved in the story. A lot of people are disconnected from their soul. They don't even hear that story. But there is a story that's very coherent, and we need to harmonize with it. We need to dance with it. And although the delays are not always obvious from here, what the need for the delays, it's like from a higher plane, higher standpoint, it is obvious, it is evident that time is given for us to reconnect to love. And we have as much time, eternal time, to reconnect to love. But from us down here, it's not always obvious that the delays are very much of use. Sometimes we want things to happen now, but it only happens with the divine timing. And whatever we do is affecting the whole planet, think, say, and do, and it's affecting our life, it's affecting our timeline, it's affecting, although there is a supervision, and it's affecting the whole universe. When we'll ascend, will completely affect the whole higher planes of the universe by this increase of presence. So it is, we have to understand we have those two forces that are eternally, they have to find this eternal union eventually, and our individualized consciousness and our great universal consciousness. And so there is a little exercise I thought to propose, but I thank you so very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and for your donations. It's really keep me alive until although Spirit says that my abundance is coming. I have to move away from here. I don't know where I'm going. When you don't have the finances to take care of that. I mean, I know Spirit and God will provide a transition, but as soon as I'm called into Paris, I will go there. It's just be a great blessing to feel the freedom, but for now, we'll just deal with it one moment at a time. And the observer of the day is to let go of all the dramas. It's called a never-ending story, and to let go of all that we think is important is actually not that important as we have our faith develop. What we need the highest wisdom is the good life. It's called milk and honey. It's focusing on this good life that we see before us, because our soul lives already in this parallel reality of heaven. Our soul has never been touched by any infliction. It is like God. It just needs to learn and grow and manage their own programs. The soul and the oversoul. We have this family group that surround us. What we need to understand is nothing is better than your home. To continue to focalize on this good life, on this creative life, to have a perfect environment. What we need to do is the time of the rest, time of the nap. It's time to rest and relax and recharge our batteries. And the outcome will be the trials. We're going to be guided into a new groups of beings that are so much like us, and we're going to be able to co-create and feel this sense of belonging here. So this exercise is to raise our frequency. 2 minutes a day, twice a day. Just move into a state of relaxation and imagine remember the time where you felt the most free, the most amazing, the most liberated as you ever been, and just you go there, and then you see, how can I raise it even further? So you raise it even further. If it's not comfortable, you go back to this amazing experience of freedom, and we hold this frequency for 2 minutes. I'm not going to spend 2 minutes in silence, but you understand the principle. For me, it's like the highest frequency I've ever reached was in my relationship communication to aspect of the divine, of God. And so there's like, I just recall that frequency, my connection to God. Although God always used new energies, new forms. It's like, it's only at them when for those who chance to have this visitation or this encounter with the Creator, the source of all that is, realize that it's only a form that God takes, and on a frequency that's the highest that you can actually integrate. But God is far more than anything we can experience. Although God, life is an open book, I'm convinced of that. For it is for those two forces, we have to find the balance. To realize also every child that comes into the world, just as we come into the world, we come with a great deal, like a whole group of celestial beings. And those celestial beings, right now, there are 8 billion souls on the planet. They all have celestial helpers. So there is a lot of people that are overseeing the process, and we'll want to work on with the higher self of others and their spirit guides. It will be a lot easier once we reach that level of consciousness, when things will become very clear in relationship to what is going on the other side of the veil. Because the veil only exists because we leave them there. They can fall up one after the other, and the veil will dissolve as we choose to dissolve them. And not to worry for anyone. I was very worried because I feel this deep love and connection to this person who's like having this very dangerous life. And so, but God reminded me that God is with her, and he loves her more than I love her, and he loves her more than she loves herself. So it's like, remember, for all the beings that you may worry about, that God is with them, and he loves the person more than we can ever dream possible. So you can let that could be something that's a bit reassuring to know that, because we're part of this grand family of light, and you're part of that, the collective brotherhood, and this like countless higher intelligence that are connected to this one great energy of God, and so the thing is, we need to do is to create a bridge within the void between the ego and the soul, between the ego and the higher self, between the ego and God. So it's like within the void, and God master of the void, but He allows us to make our own thing within that void. So it's like He wants us to become co-creator and full creator in the in our own life. So it's like for my primary focal point is my ascension, my alignment, and the realization of my mission on the earth. But the time is given to focus more on love and to learn what we needed to learn, and our soul knows what we need to learn. So just continue to there's a big challenge to say, can you love yourself as much as God loves you, and can you love others as much as God loves them? Of course not, but can always work towards that direction. For the spiritual connection is the most essential, honestly, at the end. Personally, I've been 40 years, I've been painting paintings about the structure of the universe, cosmology, the celestial realm, and that really deeply anchored and assisted me a great deal. I can't wait. I hope I retrieve those paintings, and I can't wait to start working again on creating new art. So it's also good to have an ascension project, a project that makes you feel good and will assist the planet, whether it's like ecology or education or whatever that is. To have a plan, to have the resource will come, the people will come, but continue to make plans for that, and for that the next step will be very much about that. And for the world, even the word ascension has not come into the collective consciousness. They don't know that this is happening. So it's going to take a while. And Sanat Kumara was talking about the grand portal, the final shift in 2032. But that means, it doesn't mean for us we're going to need to wait that long. We're going to do all that we need to do. But that I think that means the last moment for choice will be then. For there will still be time of choice for people to come into this grand portal. The portal is open. And today Easter, it's like resurrection. It's like ready for the solar flash. And we can rest in virtue, but we have to know that we own the vices as well. Vice can bring pleasure, but it's fleeing, and then there is consequences for every pleasure. There is a energetic consequences. Yeah, there is no consequences in vice, except when they become extreme. When vice become judgmental, if you have a virtue that, and then you become judgmental of others who do not possess it, then it becomes a vice. It's like anything. Sorry, I need to open to the cat. Sorry, the cat went out, but she closed the door behind her, and she couldn't get back. It's a little bit like this. This is funny. This relation I'm going through. For it is so we're really here to open the heart and mind of humanity. It's like one heart at the time. It's really we all had so many lifetime here, and our soul lives on heavenly planes. It's just our mind, our body, and our emotion are projected here, and so it's part of the human experience. It's our soul choice to be here, and so. And your dreams are the plans of God. Really, it's really what it is. It's like what you dream is the plans of God, your deep desires. And so for we came here to this university to create without the God consciousness, to create without love, which is very hard, because it's like then we have to suffer the consequences of unloving creation. So it's a painful learning, and there is a lot of tests and failures. It's part of the process. If you're not tested, if you didn't fail on anything, that means you haven't tried anything yet. It's, some people may think to everything comes easy to them, and maybe they master the lessons before, or they haven't faced it yet. So just take care of your own walk, and just be and all archetypes have a dark and light side. So and we have to integrate both sides. But it will still take a decade for all of humanity to make the collective shift into fourth and fifth dimension. So it's like, but we don't have to wait for any of that. As soon as we get the lesson, our soul and spirit will deliver us. And there will be many coming events, and like this April 8th, this solar eclipse will be very powerful. And But we already did what we needed to do. Just to incarnate on this planet was enough to elevate its frequency and just continue to move forward toward love and unity, the light of truth. And and the veils will fall one after the other. Keep your primary focus on your spirit, on returning to the ethers, huh? and um, and the veils will dissolve when we no longer need them to see through the veils. The card of the day is the figure of authority. The highest wisdom is the farm, to be independent. What we need to understand is the Celtics. For me, it's like very important. Celtics is very, because I realized spirit when me realize of a deep relationship of love that was very powerful with this young person. I'm connected to. It was very unexpected. I wasn't expected that at all. I was in completely different alignment when this came, and but there is this like powerful thing, and we had this powerful life in the Celtic long time ago in Norway or I don't know, or Scotland or something like that. And we were really in love and bonded for life together. And but with this relationship, I don't know if you know Dante. I'm sorry, I'm talking about myself, but this is just to understand for a lot of people who will pass through that. It's like for me, it's like Dante Alighieri was a poet of the 14th century whose sole mission in life was to love this one woman that he adored, named Beatrice, but he was nobility and he was not, so they couldn't be united together. But he adored her, and he wrote a poem named La Vita Nuova, beautiful poem, beautiful book, about his love for this woman. For he saw everything that the best thing that God ever created within that woman, that person. And so at the age of 25, she dies. So he closes the Vita Nuovo and starts the divine poem, the sacred poem called the Divine Comedy later on. And then so he accepts with Virgil, this guy, although he was still alive, to traverse the circles of hell, to escalate the mountain of purgatory to find her on paradise. And I feel with this relationship is exactly what I've been through. I was like, when I first, this connection started, it's just throw me in hell, because it was like a lifestyle. It's like I could feel so close all that she was doing, and she's very she's got a life that's very proactive, and I mean, I'm not don't want to get too personal, but it's like it's really difficult. I went through hell. Then I started to accept it. I climbed the mountain of purgatory, and the other day I was like I'm at the door of paradise. Same thing in my own life in general, but it's like we had this amazing tantric connection, and it's like I was in heaven. It was like so blissful, and it's like for hours we were like, and then I lost her the next day, and it's like dissolved and everything because of her lifestyle and her life choice and what she's doing and so on. She's into other relationships and so on. And so, but spirit keeps telling me that we might end up together because we have this deep soul connection. So it's like it was just to come back to these Celtic cards, to change to comment it in a different way. It's got a great deal of meaning to me. So what we need to do is the angel, to surrender everything into the hand of the angels, to call on the angel to get the wisdom and protection and guidance and information from them. And the outcome will be the arts, creative expression. The arts were given to increase the quality of our life. What I talked about here is like very personal, but I don't think it's like doing prejudice to talk about this. And so it's like the arts is going to be for me. It's like I dedicated my life to the arts, and so that will hopefully I will be able to return to that very soon. Well, I'm going to finish with a song. I was going to sing a little depressing song because I wasn't feeling to write when you feel heaven and you feel this amazing connection, and then it's like it feels like very cruel that God takes it away from you. It's like whoa, but we'll stay positive. So this song is about the soul that wants to return, cross the ocean of consciousness to be free, to be with God. It's called I Am Sailing. I am sailing, I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high clouds, to be with you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night, far away? I am dying, forever trying to be with you. Who can say? Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night, far away? I am dying, forever trying to be with you. Who can say? We are sailing home again, across the sea. We are sailing stormy waters, to be near you, to be free. Oh, my Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh, my Lord, to be near you, to be free. It's very funny. I keep receiving insight about this situation. It's like this person, she closed the door behind her. It's like, and now she can't open it. It's like I have to accept to let it go when it's like not, the time is gone. So sometimes it feels it's really a dance. It's really about surrendering, letting go, holding on, controlling, letting go. It's like we're gonna be passing through all states. So just do not judge yourself for anything. Just always turn to God and the source and your guides for wisdom. I'm just doing the best I can, expressing the best thoughts I have for the day or the now, and I hope those are interesting for you. The observer of the day is a great initiation, is the guardian, is a mystic experience, and we're going through this great big void with all kinds of things in it. And do not fear. The key is to not fear. And God wants to eliminate all fear from our life. The highest wisdom is the universal consciousness, is to let go of any details. I have to let go of this relationship. There is a relationship. If she's not there, someone else will be there. It's like just talking. It's called the Scarlet Woman, but it's the universal card. It's the universal card. What we need to understand is the solar return, a brand new beginning. Is the eclipse. It's like a powerful change, a turning point. What we need to do is taking up the arms, continue to inspire the change by taking up the arm, although the turtle will move at our own pace. At least we're informing the universe of what we want by taking up the arm. It's like, hey, God, I want this, I want that. But the turtle will still follow our path. And the outcome will be fun. It's going to be a fun play. It's going to be the horse play. It's going to be light. It's going to be joyful. This card really represents a great deal of fun, socially, physically, in the physical plane. So all of that is in the works. I think we have this spring that will really make all the changes that we need to make during the spring, so we can really enjoy the summer. That's why I sense it's coming, and the summer of love. It will be wonderful. But there is still, like, the spring is still the transformative process that we're going through. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful Easter weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.